Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Chris.
Dear DarkStar. Today we're going to be watching Death Battle, Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom, Marvel versus Star Wars,
The Force is strong with this one.
the Fantastic Force. Anyway, so yeah, I guess Joey doesn't know a lot about Doctor Doom.
No, besides the baller movies that he's in.
Yeah, dude. Watch the newest Fantastic Four. Everything you'll ever need to know.
Can't recommend a movie more highly than the most recent
I mean,
Fantastic Four.
I don't want to get off track, but I have to say that is by far one of my best movie viewings with Tony, because I've never sat down in a movie with Tony and me and him both look at each other and had the exact same expression and said the exact same thing at the exact same time. As soon as the movie went off, we both went, "What the fuck was that?" Easily. I was like, "What?" Oh, it was great. It was great. Good times. Not really, but it was great.
It was not a good movie.
10 out of 10 would not watch again. Let's go.
Unfortunate, really. There were some pretty decent actors in the movie too. It's just how do you act out such a terrible script?
True.
Anyway, but that's not this video is not about that. This video is
Michael
about
B. Jordan.
Darth Vader versus Doctor Doom. I know Chris is a Star Wars and a Marvel fan. I don't know how much of a Doctor Doom fan you are though, so I don't know if this is a conflicting one or if it's
It's always going to be conflicting because I love Marvel so much. Like, I do like Star Wars. I love Marvel more. Doctor Doom's really not a big guy on my radar. I do feel that he is one of the main characters in the Marvel universe that is severely downplayed, though. So this is going to be interesting for me. Like, I'll put it to you this way. It's kind of hard for me to see anything really coming from Vader. But then again, at the same time, I might not know as much as... I'll put it this way. My knowledge as far as Star Wars is legitimately the movie. Anything outside of that, I have no fucking clue. I've not done this expansive universe or anything like that. Like, I don't. So there's could be some shit Vader does that I literally have no idea about. But as of right now, based off the stuff I know in the comics from Doom, I don't see how this is really a fight, honestly.
I have seen this one. I don't remember who wins, but I think I kind of have an idea of who I remember winning. So I'm not 100% sure. So I guess we'll have to see. The last time that I thought I knew who won and one that I had already seen, I got it wrong, and I was actually incorrect about who ended up winning. So I might be the same this time. I don't know. All right, 3, 2, 1, start.
These two masters of evil are experts at bending others to their will, but beneath the mask lies the scars of their past. Literally. Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, and Doctor Doom, Sovereign Ruler of Latveria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Darth Vader. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, this masked murderer was one of the most dangerous and respected killers among the stars.
Oh,
Nobody stood a chance.
awesome.
He was a force to be reckoned with. But before he was a Dark Lord of the Sith, he was Anakin Skywalker, an innocent child sold to slavery on the harsh desert planet of Tatooine. Anakin was a prodigy mechanic, a prodigy pod racer, and a prodigy Jedi. So I'd say the junk dealer who bought him got a pretty sweet deal. You know, apart from the whole ownership of people thing. Then Liam Neeson showed up and measured his power level to find out that this kid was the chosen one, destined to do something great that would bring balance to the all-powerful Force. Whatever the that means. Freed from slavery and trained under Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin grew into an extremely powerful Jedi, capable of lifting starships and crushing buildings with just his mind. He quickly rose through the Jedi ranks to the very top and led the legendary 501st Legion in the galaxy-wide Clone Wars. He also grew into a really arrogant and whiny douche.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault. He's holding me back.
Naturally curious to an extreme, the vast potential of the Force was intoxicating to Anakin. Unable to accept loss and pain, Anakin sought new powers to fix his problems. After a premonition of his pregnant wife's death, he decided he had no choice but to turn to the dark side of the Force for answers.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Despite being trained in the Jedi's pacifism, Anakin learned that he was really freaking good at killing people and murdered nearly the entire Jedi Order. His punishment? A tearful breakup with his old master and a leisurely dip in a pool of lava.
After some pretty intense reconstructive surgery, he was rebuilt as the black-cloaked Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader.
If there was anything you hated about Anakin before, don't worry, Vader is nothing like that whiny little prequel bitch. He's a badass through and through with one of the coolest voices of all time.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Vader's body was sustained by his dark armor, a mobile life support system designed to protect what was left of him and intimidate foes.
The suit enhanced his vision, hearing, and physique. With his robot limbs, he can leap dozens of feet and lift several hundred pounds, all without having to use the Force. The armor is even dense enough to deflect lightsaber blows.
Unfortunately for Vader, his new body had several problems. The armor was cumbersome and weighed him down. Much of it was mismatched, snagging and pulling on his body. His incessant raspy breathing often kept him awake. His synthetic skin itched constantly, and the control panel on his chest would sometimes beep for no reason at all.
You're saying in this technological marvel of an age, we can't fix one person who's fallen into lava?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It's very likely Vader's Sith master, knowing his new student could become more powerful than himself, included these faults on purpose. While it caused problems for Vader at first, he quickly grew accustomed to his suit's limitations and modified his fighting style to complement his new stance and strength. And while his life support systems are vulnerable to electric overload, should the worst happen, he can use the Force to sustain himself for several hours.
Vader wields a dual-phase lightsaber. Unlike normal lightsabers, which are already cool as shit, Vader can manually adjust his to double its length. But if it lasts for more than 4 hours, he needs to consult a doctor.
With his unmatched connection to the Force and training in both Jedi and Sith arts, he's learned a variety of techniques. He can deflect energy blasts with nothing but his hands, anticipate his opponent's next moves, and increase his speed and strength.
Graphics are
And
brutal.
though his mechanical limbs cannot channel Force lightning like his master, he can condense and launch a ball of electricity called kinetite.
And he can always use telekinesis to lift people up and choke the ever-living hell out of them. A power that would come in handy if you ever had to deal with an annoying co-host.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Using the dark side of the Force, Vader embraces his passion and rage in battle, complementing his extremely offensive fighting style. The angrier he gets, the deadlier he becomes.
He's defeated tons of Jedi Masters, including Obi-Wan himself. He matched his secret apprentice Galen Merrick in Force combat, who is powerful enough to move Star Destroyers, and killed a doppelganger of Darth Maul by impaling himself. Damn, that's dedication.
And finally, after discovering his long-lost son, Vader had a change of heart. He rescued his son by sacrificing himself to destroy the Sith once and for all. Or at least until the next movie comes out.
Darth Vader is impressive. Most impressive.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Dr. Doom, master of science, sorcery, and his
Victor
own
Von
country,
Doom.
Doom is undoubtedly one of the most dangerous villains in the Marvel multiverse.
I mean, just look at him. He looks like death itself. But before he was Lord of Latveria, Victor Von Doom was a gypsy.
His father was a highly intelligent doctor who died of frostbite, and his mother just so happened to be a satanic witch who accidentally sold her soul to the devil.
Poor orphan Victor was determined to master both science and magic to honor his parents. And he did.
By secretly combining technology and sorcery, Victor made a name for himself with a number of miraculous inventions, including a robotic duplicate of himself dubbed a Doombot.
And get used to seeing those things. I mean, like every time Doom has been killed, it turns out it was just a Doombot.
This isn't Doom at all. It's some kind of Doom bot.
No wonder he didn't use the ring. It's a complete fake.
He eventually developed a machine designed to take him to and from hell itself to rescue his mother.
But it blew up in his face. No, like, really, it blew up in his face.
After the accident, despite his only injury being a single scar, Victor was horrified that his always perfect face had been tainted. Victor ran away to the Himalayan mountains and ended up joining a group of Tibetan monks.
He soon put them to work building him an awesome suit of armor to enhance his power and hide his face. He was so eager to get the damn thing on that he put on the metal mask before it cooled down, messing up his face even more.
This armor magically severed his physical connection to the world, shielding him from the nightmares and transforming him into a cold engine of logic. Thus, he took the name Dr. Doom.
Victor, please.
Call me Doom.
With his new armor, Dr. Doom soon conquered his home country Latveria, claiming the throne for himself.
Is he really a doctor?
Well, he was expelled from college, but he just gave himself a Latverian doctorate once he was running the country. So, technically, yes.
What a cop-out. Those of us with degrees had to work hard for our doctorates.
You do not have a doctorate.
Yaha, check it out. Got it in poultry science, specializing in the frying.
Well, holy shit.
Anyway, Doom's armor is mostly made of titanium, but there's way more to it. With it, he's strong enough to lift buildings, survive blows from Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet, and one-shot the Incredible
Yeah,
Hulk.
he's about to rip
Plus, it
fucking
has
Darth
force
Vader in
field,
half.
jet boosters, and energy blasters.
And also a molecular expander, which can enlarge small objects he keeps with him. Handy for turning tiny pebbles into giant boulders.
Maybe I should look into this science thing.
The armor also has numerous methods of energy absorption and manipulation, giving him complete control over all sorts of machinery.
It might just be the most overpowered suit in comic history. I mean, it even has pieces of the true cross to protect against Dracula and other undead enemies.
It not only increases his physical strength, but also his magical abilities, which includes teleportation, mind transference, demonic summons, mystical blasts, and numerous other spells he's learned over the centuries. Yes, I said centuries. Doom time traveled to the earliest days of magic and learned all he could before returning to the present the normal way, by waiting.
Ah yes, I think I'll be immortal today. But as awesome as his armor is, Doom's still a badass without it. One time, Doom found himself stranded on another Earth, buck naked after being switched with his arch-nemesis Reed Richards by a celestial. Long story. Anyway, he gets attacked by a lion, which he straight up killed with a single punch. Then turned it into a pretty sweet suit.
Under Doom's rule, his country Latveria prospered. Its people loved their new dictator, though the rest of the world was of a different opinion.
Probably because he keeps trying to conquer it all.
Well, whether Doom is a bad guy is a bit up for debate. Sure, there was that one time he sacrificed the woman he loved to hell and had her skin turned into leather armor he wore, but for a long time, Doom's top priority was actually rescuing his mother from damnation.
And he eventually pulled it off. With that off the list, Doom did what any magically powered titan of science would do. He went time-hopping to the future.
Doom explored thousands of possible future timelines, and what he saw convinced him he needed to take over the world. See, Doom truly believes he must conquer the world, as that is the only possible future freed from suffering and want.
And he's kinda right. I mean, even the Panther God of Wakanda backed him up, and that guy looked into, like, all the futures.
However, despite his overwhelming power, intellect, and intentions, Doom is extremely arrogant to a fault.
It's ridiculous. I can't even count how many times Doom had world domination within his grasp and then dropped the ball. I mean, one time he stole the godly power cosmic from Silver Surfer and still lost because Mr. Fantastic tricked him into flying into a power cosmic sucking force field.
But if Dr. Doom could just keep his ego in check, nobody could ever stand in his way.
Your plan to destroy them has failed, Master.
Failed. Dr. Doom does not fail.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Joe, you're up first.
Yeah, Dr. Doom. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close. I don't know what Darth Vader can do to really hurt him. I mean, I don't think it's going to be. They'll obviously the battle will be entertaining, but Dr. Doom's going to be way stronger. Fucking his suit's ridiculously strong. I don't know. I mean, Darth Vader, literally the lightsaber. If the lightsaber can cut through his suit, that might be one thing. But I don't know if that's going to be able to cut through the suit or not, because how strong Doom's suit is. But like, he was shocking people with his eyes. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be close. Darth Vader has to.
They were
get in
just
with the
so
lightsaber.
beautiful. People just like, oh my god.
No, like
Chris?
Darth Vader's going to have to hit him with the lightsaber, or like the Force. I don't think it's going to fuck with him that bad, choking him, and I don't know. Just seems kind of different power levels, in my opinion.
Chris?
Oh, the lightsaber is the only thing I'm worried about. I don't know. I mean, they specifically made a point to say that Vader's armor could get cut by it. So I'm really worried about that. But yeah, I'm going to have to stick with what I said before. I don't see how Vader has a leg in this one, honestly. I really don't.
Should go with Doom.
Yeah, I don't.
The power levels just seem ridiculously different, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere where the line is
Dr.
a
Doom
clear
fought
cut.
Thanos. Thanos would blink at Vader and kill him.
Spider-Man fought Thanos too. So
Yeah, true.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Spider-Man would beat the fuck out of Vader as well. But, I mean, I guess that's just me.
I'm just saying, theoretically, with Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, should be able to blink all of them out of existence.
Yeah.
The only reason he probably can't blink Doom out of existence is because Doom has magic shit on his side to probably protect him. So.
Ridiculous fucking suit.
But Spider-Man doesn't have anything like that, so Doom should have, or Thanos should have just been like, okay, you're gone, bye. He would be like, hey, remember Peter Parker? And he'd be like, no, I don't. Did he ever exist? Like, holy shit.
Right, it's his kick-ass personality. Thanos just keep him around.
Sure. All right.
He's getting Deadpool for that.
All right. Isn't that the same person?
Nope.
All right. Let's go ahead and watch the battle and then see who wins. 3, 2, 1, start.
And then Vader fucking wins.
That would be nuts. Lightsaber through the heart or something.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Just my luck.
That would be pretty dope. Knocks his fucking saber down.
Levels orbiting
Pulls it to him.
Skywalker escaped. Again. I apologize. I shouldn't have been so hasty to begin.
An unwise decision. This farce is over. Bow before me. Don't underestimate the power of the Force. Fight! I can sense it.
Alright. Well, my one fear is gone.
You cannot escape destiny. You wreck! It is pointless to resist.
Ow. Alright, Hulk. Calm down.
The power of the Force.
Oh, it wasn't fucking him.
Yep, doing butt.
I didn't even think about those fucking things.
Beware my power.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
Time travel. Well, that's fucked up. He didn't do anything wrong. That dinosaur is just on his way to dino work to Provide for his dino family.
Impressive. Enough. It is pointless to resist. You have no hope! Die!
I thought I was going to pull it, that would have been crazy.
Got you!
Oh no. Second
Wow.
time charm.
Really?
Darth Vader was extremely powerful, certainly capable of obliterating a base.
I'm not gonna lie, when he fell into the
However,
fucking
Dr. Doom
lava, I thought he was still
himself
gonna
is no
survive.
of his own.
Vader
Use
may
the
be
Force
the
to come
chosen
back
one,
out.
but Doom's
Nah.
experience
Doom was like,
mastering
I have
magic
the
and
high ground.
science trump the Sith Lord. Plus, while Vader has proven his strategic prowess over 2 decades of experience leading an army, Doom has successfully led a country and then a whole planet.
And of course, Dr. Doom's armor is absurd. Its magical barriers and separation from the physical world have protected him from reality warping and telekinetic attacks from the likes of Thanos and the Silver Surfer, whose power makes Vader's lightsaber and force choke look like child's play. Even if Vader could get through that suit, Doom's mind is armored by his sheer willpower, preventing any of Vader's force-powered mental reading or manipulation.
Unfortunately, Vader was forced to meet his doom.
The winner is Dr. Doom.
Easy, dude.
No arguments there, man. He's too strong.
Yeah.
But
Way to go out in the lava finish, dude.
yeah. So obviously you guys both got that one. Just now that I can kind of throw in my 2 cents as well, I agree that Doctor Doom is very underrated. Him and Reed Richards, in my opinion, and the opinion of quite a few people, are basically the smartest like humans in essentially the Marvel universe. So I think that in terms of technology mixed with magic and all that kind of stuff or whatever, he's on a pretty high tier in terms of Marvel villains or whatever you want to call him. So I agree he gets kind of overlooked in terms of how intelligent and powerful he is as a Marvel character, especially with how poor the Fantastic Four movies have done with him and the franchise in general. He's mainly a Fantastic Four villain, or at least that's what we know him as.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, but it was a pretty good battle though. It went for quite a while, just in terms of like, we do a whole battle on the ship first, and then take us back into fucking dinosaur times so that they could, get in a way to have him die in lava. Pretty fun.
Pretty clever.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this one. If you guys like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, DarkStar Reacts. Check out Patreon if you want to get early access. Until next time, I'm Anthony.
I'm Joey.
And I'm Chris.
We're DarkStar. Thanks for watching, guys.